the opposition to Trump's Iranian decision didn't always come from the left. There were some conservative people who didn't like it, and they're isolationist people. One of them is Eric Bolling, I think it, because I can't quite make out Bolling's point of view. Roll the tape.
Let's be honest. So MAGA kind of has always believed that Trump was not going to be involved in foreign wars. This is a bit of a certain faction of MAGA believes that this is a tough pill to swallow, that we're actually bombing another country, especially because could it lead to World War III?
Okay, so joining us now is the effervescent Eric Bolling from West Palm Beach, where he's tanned, locked, and loaded. He does program.
Never banal for the.
And thank God for that. He does a program, Bolling, on Real America's Voice. So, Bolling, are you for or against the bombing? Just yes or no?
Yes, I'm for or against the bombing. And let me explain, if I may. I was against the bombing because I hate the idea of an American pilot in harm's way. I don't.
Okay, so you at first you were against it.
Mm-hmm. Let me further explain that I was against it because we had I correct myself because Trump did the same thing prior to the bombing. Israel had complete control of the airspace over Tehran, over the whole country of Iran. They were getting things done. I loved what they were doing. They were relentless. People were saying, okay, you made your point in Israel. No. They were going to finish the job. Now, did they have the 200-mile into the side of the mountain bunker busters? They didn't at the time. And then my side or my brain, this side of my brain would say, okay, we'll sell it to them. Sell Israel the bunker buster bomb. Sell them the MOP, M-O-P. Train a pilot. I don't care if it takes a month. Train the pilot how to fly it. How's this? Get a dual citizen, Israeli-American pilot to fly it over, drop the bomb. Right. We wouldn't have our fingerprints on it.
None of that would ever happen in any way at all, because we are the only people in the world that have that technology. We're not going to hand it off to Israel, okay? And there's not going to be any pilots that are not under the supervision of the Pentagon. That's never ever going to happen. Now that the bombing has happened.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now I look back at so far, and we're 36 hours out, and it looks like a surgical strike that was precision. It was, as Pete Hegseth tells us, it obliterated the nuclear capabilities.
We all know that. Are you for it or against it now?
If it goes no further, Bill, I'm absolutely for it, and I think it's going to go no further because what Trump said this morning before getting on Air Force One, Marine One, and saying Israel and Iran, they don't know what the F they're doing, use the word, and I think he told the world that was one and done, and we're done, and it was magical. It was almost spiritual. I think back to the day Trump was shot in the ear in Butler, Pennsylvania. Bill, just bear with me 1 second. 1 inch either way. Now, I'm not just saying 1 inch towards his head would have killed the would-be next president, but 1 inch away from his ear, and it would have been an assassination attempt. It wouldn't have the massive implications it does. But if you believe in God, if you believe in a higher power, if you believe in a spirit, whatever you believe in, there's a reason he got hit in the ear and not taken out and not missed him completely. And this may be the reason, because what he did in the last 36 hours made the world a safer place.
Okay. So now you've evolved on that. But you're still essentially an isolationist, and you don't support U.S. funding Zelensky in Ukraine, or am I wrong on that?
No, you're 100% right. You're 100%
All right. You don't want any money going to Ukraine, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So if we pull out back and Putin takes the whole country, which is what he wants to do, then China goes to Taiwan, takes that. Is that okay with you?
I mean, is it okay? I think a smart president would beef up our chip producing capacity in the United States, because frankly, Taiwan, the best interest to us in Taiwan is their ability to produce Silicon Valley type chips. If we can up our game with NVIDIA and the other chip makers, even Taiwan Semiconductor for that matter, I think it's none of our business if China takes
so you let Taiwan go, you let Ukraine go. Why would they stop then? Why wouldn't Putin then go to Moldova Why wouldn't China then move into South Korea and help the nut in North Korea destabilize that? So an isolationist is basically saying, look,
we know that's illegal.
No, you don't know.
Putin may have eyes on the prize with further, other countries in Europe.
There's no guarantee of anything other than my eyewitness report when I was in China. And I can tell you with 100% certainty, if Putin's allowed to take over Ukraine, then China will march into Taiwan. That's what will happen, 100%. Let's face it, the U.S. economy is under stress. National debt rising, trade war shaking the markets. And meanwhile, China is dumping the dollar and stockpiling gold. That's why I protected my savings with physical gold and silver through the only dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. And you can do this. Get precious metals delivered to your door or placed in a tax-advantaged gold IRA. They'll even help you roll over your existing IRA or 401k, tax and penalty free. With billions in precious metals delivered, thousands of 5-star reviews, and an A+ from the Better Business Bureau, you can trust American Hartford Gold as I do. Please call 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Again, that's 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Thank you for watching. To view full episodes of the No Spin News anytime, sign up to become a BillO'Reilly.com premium or concierge member today.